Hey, what's good, man?
What up, y'all?
They let you in the podcast studio this time.
Your hair looks great today, too.
Thank you very much.
Something looks different. Is it the hair? Something's different. Is it because of the hair is dropping down in front of the cheekbones? Like something looks.
Does are the cheekbones popping a little bit more?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
It's probably just getting shredded, just getting a little more shredded.
Okay, all right.
Maybe it's down. I don't have a lot of weight in my face, but maybe down a pound or two just gets it right out. Maybe it's the lighting. Could be the lighting.
I don't know.
Could be.
The hair looks.
Could be the fact that I didn't have any time to darken up the eyebrows. The eyebrows are looking a little bright, a little light bright. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
Don't know.
What's up? Good, as always.
Ain't nothing.
Got the O-win. I know you don't mess around. Yeah, I know. I have to have band and ship on the O-win. I went with the Fairlife. I was getting nauseous from it.
It doesn't make me nauseous. It's just not good.
Yeah.
But I got to keep the protein intake.
Got to keep it up. Got to keep the protein up.
We got goals. Man, there's a lot to talk about. Let's start because I don't want it to get it left. Like we can get to the Fred VanVleet injury. We could get to
we go on Brondello.
Let's start there. That's where I wanted to start. The Liberty fired their head coach after they had no business getting eliminated. They shouldn't have gotten eliminated, but they did.
I mean, Stewie not 100%.
Stewie hasn't been 100% all year.
Stewie balled out in game 3, but like.
It's still like she's been to Liberty. We're talking 4 years with the Liberty. Yeah, and they dropped her. They fired her 2 days after a reporter asked, "Should she be fired?"
Clearly, that reporter knew something.
Yeah, I think the reporter was a plant. Maybe don't ask. Maybe don't ask Stewie. Maybe don't ask Stewie.
By the way, because Stewie and Sandy Brondello are like this. Peas and carrots. Do not ask Breanna Stewart if one of the reasons that she's even on that team is should be fired. Second of all, I don't know if you guys are peeping this, but like for those who grew up in the Pac-10, the Pac-12, like my mom was not feeling me going to Arizona State. Why? Because it's a party school, right? It's a school where nobody's doing a lick of work. They're just partying and getting drunk, and there's pools at the dorms. And if you want to get a degree that's not really doing anything at all, like if you're an athlete or even not, and you just want a fake degree, criminal justice is like one of the most like fake degrees you can get. Yeah. So if you go to ASU,
apologies to all the criminal justice majors out there.
So I'm sure that there's a way to get education in that field, but most of the people skirting the degree, going to class, they're the criminal justice majors. A lot of football players doing that. Okay, so if you go to ASU and then you also get a criminal justice degree, I don't think your mental's really there. I don't think you're like a particularly smart guy or gal. The GM, Jonathan Kolb of the New York Liberty, Arizona State grad, criminal justice. Why are you running the Liberty? Why?
What is the answer to that question?
Because he's friends with the size.
I see.
It's a Nepo move. He's micromanaging his little ass off on one of the greatest coaches that we've seen. Only just wins championships. She goes to Phoenix, wins a chip. A couple of chips. Goes to New York, wins their very first chip. They're plagued with injuries all year long. They really started the year 9-0. Their best offense in the league, best defense in the league, best point differential in the league. Then Jonquel goes down. She's gone for a minute. They're struggling. Then Breanna Stewart goes down. They're really struggling. When Jonquel comes back, Sabrina's been in and out of the lineup all year. Like 1 year off of a championship run, you get eliminated in game 3 against the Mercury, who, by the way, are not a scrub squad. Yeah. And you just say, deuces? That's crazy to me.
It is.
I think she won one championship.
Just one, yeah.
They were with Phoenix.
with
they
Phoenix,
were like 29-5 that year. Like they were insanely
dominant.
Good. But she is a good coach and she's really well liked. So this move is a bit odd, and the direction that they go from here will certainly be
Who do you get that the fan base is going to accept?
No idea.
No, Quinn.
Yeah, maybe.
That will not be acceptable.
I don't know.
Because of her relationship with Stewie as an assistant? I mean, I guess. I don't think that's a great move. Noelle Quinn has done nothing compared to Sandy Brondello. No shade to Noelle Quinn. Also, nobody has done less with more this year than Noelle Quinn. Like you had 7 players in the rotation who were really freaking good, and you had to get one Erica Wheeler mid-range last game of the season just to get into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what that's about.
Well, the people trying to get a hold of you.
No idea what that's about. It was a Santa Monica number. Hope it's not people asking to make a biopic.
You know, they're criminal justice majors. That's who it is.
They said, what are you talking about?
I'm not sure if that shot went in or not. The lights went out.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the last game of the season. Not in the postseason, but they needed an Erica Wheeler mid-range at the end of the game just to get into the playoffs and not have the Sparks go and jump them. So, I mean, you're talking about a team where Skylar Diggins said, this is the most talented team I've ever been a part of, and you barely squeak in. Just a team that's clearly not prepared on a night-to-night basis. They played down to their competition all the time. Lost a lot of fourth quarter leads. Not like a lot of out of bounds plays late in the game. Didn't really get executed. I mean, there's a lot of coaching related things that you could say. And honestly, I don't really have any insight into what was going on there culturally, but there's been rumors swirling about for now 2 seasons that the Storm have had some sort of friction.
Mm-hmm.
And Noelle Quinn was alleged in that in a negative way. Nothing came of it, but again, I don't know. So different situation than Sandy Brondello.
How do the Fever keep winning games? Like their team has been decimated by like season-ending injuries. And here they are, like a couple of wins away from the WNBA finals.
I called them the Tyson Fury of the WNBA.
KC's leaving.
I definitely hate them now.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? You can hit them as hard as you possibly can where they look like they're seeing stars and they're going down and that's the end. And they just get right up and they win. I don't know how they continue to do it. I think, number one, it starts with Kelsey Mitchell. Everything that they've asked her to do, every hole in the roster, she has stepped in and plugged, right? You need her to distribute, she can distribute. You need her to bring the ball up as a true point guard, she can do that. You need her to get you 30, she can do that. You need her to defend, she can do that. And so
from the Ohio State University.
From the Ohio State.
You too, settle down. What the hell?
Michigan man. So I think that's a key piece. She's so fast. She gets into these pockets of the defense and is able to hit mid-range shots. She can go from coast to coast in like 4.5 seconds. And that on a team like the Aces, where they've got guards who are older, maybe don't have as much stamina to be putting up with someone that fast. And then that ends up putting a lot of pressure on Asia down low to try to defend the rim. And then Asia's got her own problems on the other side of the floor because you got Leah Boston putting her elbow onto her all game long, making it super. I mean, they're just a very physical, chippy team. And they send bodies at Asia. They did what I felt like Seattle needed to do, which is like just continue to irritate Asia and not just let her go face up on you one-on-one because that's what she wants to do. So it was not just Aaliyah, it was Natasha Howard. You had just multiple players making life difficult for her. And then on the other side of things, she was pretty much the only defense that they had. So it's It wasn't surprising that the Fever won, on top of the fact that A'ja had just won her 4th MVP. So they had been doing all the fanfare and stuff, right? Like, I don't think you should give an MVP away in the middle of the playoffs right at that type of a moment, right before your first game of the series. That's kind of tough.
That's what they do, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of, I mean,
I know. That is what they do. That is what they do. I just think that's like, it takes kind of a little bit
I understand.
out of it.
No, I understand that maybe a tradition that should have died with Dirk having to come back after his team got eliminated and
poor Dirk
get his MVP award.
Poor Dirk.
Tough.
But I will say this, because you're right. You're 100% correct when you talk about the Fever. It's a tough team. They're tougher than a $2 steak. My girl, Kelsey Mitchell,
Can we put a number of times you're allowed to use that phrase? Like,
no.
Nope. All right.
Tougher than my mom's pork chops. Don't make them tonight. We don't want them. We're doing pork meatballs. She's gonna get on.
Oh yeah, yeah. She absolutely is.
They and very impressive in game 1. It's aces and 4. Aces and 4, man.
I think you're writing them off a little bit.
I think you're writing them off, and they are not writing back.
They're handling business tonight, and we'll finish it.
I can tell you this: they're not getting 2 games at Gamebridge. I can tell you that right now.
Watch what we do. Watch what we do.
You're not getting 2 back-to-back at Gamebridge.
But you
were right. You called the turnaround when I was there for Damien's birthday. Literally, you were like, I think the A's. I was like, no. What are you saying? You called it.
I said, Trysta, they're gonna win like 17 straight, bro.
Yeah, that's basically.
Here
or there, like here, sort of. In such a word, you know. You said it that way.
She had this look in her eye, man. I was like, she's gonna reel off like.
I just knew. In a row. That point, I said to my dog TK, I said they about to reel off 16 straight or something.
I remember when I saw A'ja, she was 5.5 years old, man. I was like, yo, that's gonna be the one right there.
She's gonna win 4 MVPs, and she's gonna take that team on a 16-game winning streak. When she was 5 years old, I said that.
Yeah, I saw it. You know, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. You know, you can see it. When you know ball.
Oh, great. Great. Morphed into another impression. Terrific. What's your finals prediction?
WNBA, I got the Lynx winning it all. I think it's Lynx, Aces. Guys, I've got a confession. So,
all right, Usher.
So I might have gotten some information about the MVP and was like, okay, I don't know if this is real or not, but this is a rumor. And then I'm like, okay, I'm looking for the MVP number. And the MVP number I thought was there, right? Plus 290 for A'ja to win MVP. I was like, that's kind of a crazy number for A'ja to win MVP, since it's like voting's already done. And I go back, and I put a lot of money on it, like probably more than a lot more than I would normally put on it, on any bet ever. And turns out it was A'ja Finals MVP. Big distinction. A huge distinction. So yeah. This is what I need. Number one, I need the Aces to win tonight so that I can take a little Fever to win the series. Mm-hmm. And then I could pretty much get back almost all the money, no matter what happens. Mm-hmm. Secondarily, I need A'ja to have the game of her life in game 1 of the finals so that I can just cash the hell out and be done with it. Because it's tough out here on these streets. It's tough.
So am I correct in understanding what took place here?
It was a mistake.
Yes, but did you get insider information? Was this like insider trading?
And no, I mean, I heard a rumor.
All right, man. Okay.
I heard a rumor.
Okay. No, isn't that an 80s song by like Bananarama or something like that?
That I heard a rumor? Rumor has it. Well, it's an Adele song. Yep.
Well,
there's rumors by the Timex Social Club, and then we just placing wagers based on all of this stuff. Huh?
Listen, here we go. That's what it was. Okay. It was a rumor. It was a rumor by someone informed.
That
Okay.
gets even more dicier.
Yep. Again, insider trading.
Listen, nothing happened about it. Honestly, you couldn't because they shut the bets down right away.
You placed the wrong wager.
Yeah, because the bet was gone. I thought the bet was gone. I was just so fast trying to get it, just so quick. My mom goes, "Did you just put all that money into a DraftKings account?" I said, "How'd you know that?" She's like, "I just figured based on how you've been acting this week that's where that money came from." I said, "Yep, that's what happened." So we need
going to be connecting from the streets, just with like a little blanket outside because the bet went wrong. And
Ollie's not getting any more kibble for a while.
I might have to talk to Trysta off air.
Okay, all right. Save your offshore activities for.
Can you still get it offshore? Oh man,
okay, I have no
over.
clue.
It's over. When did you? I would love to know when the offshore books closed up, because this occurred on Thursday. I think the announcement came on Sunday.
No, it couldn't have been Sunday.
Well,
no, Asia was told from BAM on Friday.
Oh, okay.
And then the announcement from Shams, which, by the way, how do you guys feel about Shams breaking WNBA news?
I'm okay with that.
Fine. He's got sources everywhere.
I'm going to tell you, a lot of WNBA folks, not me, because I ride for my guy Shams, very upset about it.
Who's the WNBA?
Well, I'm sorry.
Shams?
What'd you want? Doug Feinberg to break it? Get out of my face.
Terica, whatever her name is, wanted it.
Man. No, I'm
Monica
sorry.
McNutt, like all these, the ones.
No, be better. If Monica had it, she should have broke it.
Shams is.
I should have broke it. Me. I should have been like the MVP is. I should have.
See, that was the insider information that she had.
That was a rumor.
The rumor, obviously.
It was a rumor that
Bam Adebayo called her and was like, "Hey,
I was like, oh, girl, you know what? I heard a rumor last night in bed that Asia was getting MV4."
Yeah.
Shams is the basketball reporter right now. I know maybe you should or whatever, but I don't make a distinction between NBA, WNBA, college. If it's basketball, it's Shams right now. Somebody else can get into that lane, but
I had a GM tell me, actually two people from two different NBA teams tell me, there's teams that really miss Woj. And I said, okay. I said, okay, nice. That's good to know. And they said, there's open spot. Somebody's going to take it. And I said, I'm sure somebody will. And they said, could be you. And I said, it's not going to be me, Doug. Could you imagine me breaking news with no opinion? What?
See, that's the other thing. Like, you literally can't have an opinion.
I live for having an opinion. Live for it.
You gotta be straight down by the book, down the middle, if you're Shams.
I mean, and then you've got to also say deal facilitated by Mark Bartelstein. Good job, Mark Bartelstein. You've got to still be kind of like a little on the schmoozy side, but you can't say, well, this deal makes no sense. You know what I mean?
Good ass trade by the Rockets to the Kings.
Yeah, like Zach Levine to the Kings. Chicago gets X, Y, or Z, and then like I put like a mustache on, and then I do a second video, and it's like, what are the Kings thinking right now?
Can you imagine the tweet comes out? Hey, wait till you read this. These idiots in Sacramento traded ... These idiots in Sacramento traded Tyrese Halliburton. Can you believe this?
These dweebs.
Reports. Yeah, reports. These idiots.
Yeah.
Sources. Idiots.
These idiots. This antisocial general manager just traded Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh, God. I did hear something about that guy Comanche. I heard some stuff. Anyway. I just thought there was some. Yeah, there's just some. I'm just saying there was a new reporting has come out, and that was wild. I just want to say that was
I guess for some it was.
No, I mean it's not wild,
You're
but
talking
it
about
is.
the New York Times report.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I say. Is there? Is there new?
I'm telling you, some people had talked about this New York Times article like it was going to be the death of Sacramento, and it finally came out, and I was like, "Where is it? This is it." I
was talking to somebody.
I guess everybody didn't know.
I was talking.
He's like, oh yeah.
And how long have we heard about this New York? Me and you.
Months.
I think
months, like during the season.
Yeah, I think the reason why it took so long is they thought they had more and they didn't, and they kept looking. And
it's like, nope, she just makes bad choices.
Yeah, I don't think anything else was there. So they finally and to put it out on a Friday, they're like, we've been working on this. I guess we should put it out. We don't have nothing left. Like we've turned over every rock, every stone.
Just put the article out.
Put it out on a Friday. It's gone already. Not in real life, but like in the,
I almost made it such a bad joke. See, that's why I could never be a newsbreaker, because all I want to do is crack jokes, and then it's like who's gone.
To go back to real quick, to call back to a conversation we had last week. You know how much of that Fever Aces game I watched?
None.
And the killer about it is they had such a great week. The WNBA did.
Why don't you put it on your ESPN multi-box?
Well, I was like doing other stuff around the house, getting ready to go to Reese's baseball stuff. So at that point, it's easier to just throw on Red Zone, because if something catches my ear, I could just turn around and see what's going on. But the WNBA had such a great week. Like once they got away from the NFL last week, and it was Wednesday, Thursday, they had these deciding games. Like it was a great week, great momentum going into this next round. And they just kind of lost a little bit of that on Sunday.
And like if you're gonna watch a game opposite the NFL, WNBA game, because it's inevitable that you may end up running into it just based on scheduling, would you rather skip out on the NFL for a game 1 or skip out on the NFL for a game 5? I would rather personally skip out on the NFL for a game 5. Right. It's like, this one's really impactful. It's important. This was like, I watched it. I was locked in, but I also had a podcast that night to talk about it. If I didn't, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, but it's also like, would I love to tap into game 5 of the Aces and Fever? Absolutely. But if the 49ers are playing the Jaguars at the same time.
Yep.
It's not about my interest.
It's about
the interest of the people who are listening to this. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to watch the Raiders too. It's just it's the name of the game, and I'm not trying to be like it's just the Raiders are in a tough spot.
You know what? That's a good call. We need the Monarchs. Yeah. Let's bring back the Monarchs, and then maybe things change.
At least the WNBA, as I look in the schedule, are bright enough not to have any game 5s on a Sunday. Only game 4s are scheduled for Sunday. So that means game 5 will probably be on Tuesday, if necessary, for these 2 series. But yeah, do better.
Do better. Just avoid it.
Flip the calendar. Just do it. Just do it. Flip the calendar. Come on. Let's go. It's time.
Are the Rockets screwed?
Let's go that way. Okay.
I gotta take.
Okay.
Not saying they're the same player. Not saying they're any close to the same player or same situation, or that the Rockets are going to win a championship. But what if Reed Shepherd is this Rockets version of Rondo with the Celtics?
Is this Reed talking? Is this your son talking?
No.
Do you crowdsource your takes through your son?
He's a big Reed Shepherd guy, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
No. His boy is Rob Dillingham.
Oh, Rob Dillingham. Yeah. That's right. That's
his boy.
Yeah.
Reed Shepherd, he'd be like, yeah. But I mean that saying, if there was, I'll ask both of you guys this. If there was one team, and I'm thinking defensively, that you'd be like, this would be okay if Reed Shepherd was our starting point guard because of everything else we have around him. It might be the Rockets, right? When you talk about the length, that's at the athleticism, of
Yeah, maybe
KD.
even like the Celtics with everybody healthy.
A team like that where like Reed is like considerably the smallest guy.
Or the Orlando Magic.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't want to say he's Rondo. I'm not saying that, but I think you can get away with a young, smaller point guard who might be able to give you the same type of offensive production eventually during the season that Van Fleet would, because of what you have around him with Thompson, with KD, with what's my power forward who just got paid? I'm drawing a blank.
Jalen.
No,
not Jalen.
Jabari.
Jabari.
You got Jabari there. Like, I think you might be able to get away with it with Reed, especially if he ends up having like a jump in his offense production.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty small. He's pretty small, and he's really young. And I think probably the best bet is to see what you have with him, and maybe go out and get like a Malcolm Brogdon or a Marcus Smart or
Malcolm
someone.
Brogdon just signed with someone. Was it the Knicks?
I thought Malcolm did he? I thought he was still.
Yeah, he signed with the Knicks.
That must have just happened, huh?
About
maybe over the week.
Yeah, maybe over the weekend.
It was relatively recently.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
I remember seeing it because I was like, good. Now we don't have to hear about him coming to Sacramento.
I said reunite Russ and KD.
Oh wow. No. So we know that Kenny will always stump for the guys that are the Jalen Greens, the Zach LaVines, the all bucket getting team. But you're Jordan Poole. That boy's nice. The one blind spot that you have, Damian, is very obviously Russell Westbrook. Like, very obviously. It's just so, and the chatty house has to back me up. Because if it's like somebody who, like, if there's a hole in the back, like backup unit as a guy, it's like Russell Westbrook would be perfect right here.
It would be.
To be fair to Damian, Russell Westbrook was pretty good last year.
He was okay. There was a lot of, he would give you something so good, and then like maybe the next play would be like, ooh, Russ, no.
So here's the thing about the Rockets. Like, we can have this conversation for fun all we want to. They're not signing anyone. They can't sign anyone. The only way they can acquire anyone is through a trade.
Yeah.
And I think they pretty much made it clear they might be thinking along the lines of what you just laid out. They're not doing that. Bobby Marks laid out why they're not signing anyone, and then the idea that they're going to trade someone for what essentially is a
gap year or
one-off point guard probably isn't going to be the case. They're going to work with it's not probably isn't going to be the case. It's not going to be the case. They're going to work with the group they had, and they might run with the idea that you just laid out right there.
Yeah, and I think that's probably fair, and they might even use Amon as a distributor. But then you're losing a lot of three-point shooting. You're losing all of Fred VanVleet's shooting. At least with Reed, he's a good pull-up three-point shooter. He's got a little wiggle to his game. He's actually a good scorer.
Well, not to laugh at the term again, but Fred VanVleet's primarily like the one of the things he's best at is he's the organizer.
Yep.
He's the guy who can kind of get everything in order for that team.
Invented that term.
Yeah, like, I mean, he was the first player I ever heard it used for, and
the table setter.
Yeah, well, that's an old term, but it works. Like, it all applies, and he's really good at that. That's going to be a hard position to just replace. But
especially at that age. Like, Reed Shipper's very young.
But you know who could do it? It's the
KD?
guy they traded. Yeah.
KD could be the organizer very easily.
Absolutely.
He can initiate the offense all day, every day, baby. He doesn't have to play the 4, but he might need to get a little bit more endurance and shape. I don't think he's been the initiator primarily for a minute now.
Yeah. There's not a lot of organizing needed when you say, hey, 35, get on the wing. I'm passing you the ball. Mm-hmm. You go to work.
Hey, look, I
could do that.
I already have the ball.
Yeah, he's literally bringing the ball up and getting into it. Yeah. Getting the ball to Şengün, getting the ball to Steven Adams, going to work on his own, going post post midi fadeaway, one leg, easy money, bottom, sniping.
I also think that you start off and see what's going on with Reed and how that works, and if it works for you, and you still got some trade chips. Like I'm not saying you want to and you need to do this, but you still got 2 of the 3 and maybe a couple picks, 2 of the 3 between Jayshawn Tate, Cam Whitmore, and Tara Eason.
Isn't Cam Whitmore gone?
Is he gone?
Yes.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, well, you ain't got Cam Whitmore no more.
He went to Wizards.
Okay.
He went to the Wizards for 2 second-round picks.
Well, I would say too, you probably don't want to get rid of Terry Eason, but if you need to, and I don't even think, well, if you need a point guard, I don't even think you need somebody that is the quality that you would get in a Terry Eason return. Like, you don't need that type of player. You need, see if you can get Drew Holiday from Portland or something like that.
Not getting him.
Get that type of guy. We were talking about the Blazers the other day. I think it's time to, this trade, like, it's time to kind of make a move with some of these guys. See if you can land a big fish with some of these excess players that you have. You already did it with Anthony, but get Jeremy Grant out of there.
We've been trying to move Jeremy Grant for 3 years now. And people are not biting. Jeremy Grant's money makes people not want to give anything for him. You just basically have to give him away.
What was the point in that?
It was really for Dame. And it was a handshake deal when you got him from Detroit, and you knew that deal was going to happen to make that trade. Dame wanted him because they played on Team USA together. And then, like, you sign the deal, and I want to say 72 hours later, if not less, Dame asked for a trade. Because I was like, oh, Jeremy Grant got a deal? That means Dame's not getting traded. Dame's not going to ask out. But he's back now, bitches. He's back, and he's happy, and he admitted it was a bad decision. And he said, listen, I should have just stuck to my 10 toes down and have my shield up and taken the beatings. It wasn't all roses and cheese curds in Milwaukee. I'm happy to be home.
Beer.
Probably lots of Call of Duty.
Yeah, he's not playing, though.
Yeah, so he's going to be he's a great leader.
Is he threatening to play like Jason Tatum is?
No. What is that about?
I'm not ruled out for the year. I don't know what y'all talking about.
All right, Tatum.
I thought it was hilarious that Jaylen Brown called Jason Tatum, called every teammate in his phone, and no one answered. And then Jeff Teague called Tatum, and he immediately answered. It's like, oh, well, that is revelatory.
What's this dude want? Ugh. Ravens play the Chiefs on Sunday. Are you out on the loser?
Oh, I'm already out on the Chiefs. I'm already out on them. They have no running game. I mean, it's Isaiah Pacheco is just not himself. I don't know if he ever will be himself again, but coming off that injury, he sucks. Kareem Hunt? No. Kareem Hunt's doing absolutely zero. You've got Tyquan Thornton as your number 1 wide receiver and an old, crusty Hollywood Brown. Damn. And yes, and you got, see, this is why I couldn't break the news. And then you got a Travis Kelce who's out here hurting his own teammates. You've got Xavier Worthy in, out. Is he coming back ever? 5 weeks, 6? Who knows? You've got the suspension to Rashee Rice. Really, all you have is Steve Spagnuolo in that defense. And Patrick Mahomes doing anything he can to sort of make magic happen. That it's just not, it's like kind of like a little bit like the Liberty in the sense of like, not that they won last year because they didn't, but they've been dominant and they have the pieces and all these players, but then you kind of peel back the onion and you're like, oh, well, they really don't have this player, or this player's not really any good anymore. This player's probably ready to retire. So I think it's going to be one of those seasons where, yeah, maybe they'll make the playoffs because they're not going to win the division. The Chargers are going to win the division. I think the Chargers are like minus 200 to win the West right now after their win over the Broncos. And so, okay, you got a wild card spot. No, I'm out. The Ravens, They're way too talented to be playing this poopy of football.
But are they playing poopy football?
Yeah, their defense is giving up like 30 points a game.
So that's different for them. Like, that's not something that normally happens with them.
Yes, exactly. Like, you're talking about a team, a unit, and they've had some injuries too, but this is a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they are second to last in points allowed per game. And they're fumbling. I mean, and a couple of those fumbles, Derrick Henry didn't really they got punched out. But you can't let them get punched out. You got to have better ball security. Giving up a football in your own red zone.
Derrick Henry.
You're like, Derrick Henry. Yeah, people shouldn't be able to punch a football out on you. What? So you're giving up 17 points in the fourth quarter to the Lions? I'm sorry. You should be giving up 17 points total to the Lions. So you've just got an offense that's also kind of clunky, right? Like, they don't have a ton of weapons. I don't believe in Rashad Bateman. I definitely don't believe in this version of DeAndre Hopkins. Mark Andrews is old. Like, you got Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is okay, but very inconsistent. So it's just Derrick Henry and Lamar. And those are 2 key, huge pieces. I'm not giving any shade to that. But, like, you probably should be better than 1 and 2, though.
I agree. I mean, you should have gotten I would have expected them to get one.
You had them.
You had Buffalo or Detroit, and that's why I'm not writing them off as a championship.
No.
This loss, and even if they lost against Kansas City, I wouldn't write them off as a championship contender.
I think Baltimore has a much better roster and path than Kansas City does. Now, I believe in Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo more than I do Harbaugh. Harbaugh's made some awful decisions down the stretch, really in a bunch of clutch time situations over the years. It's kind of egregious. But I would say, in terms of like just overall picture, I believe more in Baltimore. Because you can say, like, the Bills are another AFC championship caliber team. They're a Super Bowl contender. The Lions are a Super Bowl contender. But, like, the teams that Kansas City has looked like against, you barely beat the Giants. What? Like, Russell Wilson on the heels of that game got benched for Jackson Dart, and you barely beat them. Terrible.
You know what's really funny to think about? And I just realized, this isn't trying to throw shade or be funny. He threw for 450 yards against the Dallas Cowboys.
No, that is really not okay to say. That's not okay to say. We're not in the picture. We traded away Micah Parsons. This team defensively is ass.
Oh,
no, it's worse than ass.
So bad.
It's
so bad.
Ass. It is terrible. 450 yards, and they still said, nah, bro. Hey, you stink, man. You got to go.
Like, that's how bad Dallas is.
450 yards, and it was literally so useless. They were like, yeah, you're fired. Get out of here. We signed you for Sierra. We were hoping she'd do halftime. We thought you'd at least make it to week 6.
Damn. And guess what? I don't think that the Giants are going to be really any better with any quarterback just based on how bad this offensive line is. You have no running game. Like, you got Cam Scatteraboo out here catching 6 balls. Pause. I mean, he's not like an elite running back at all. And I like Cam Scatteraboo.
He's not. He's I mean, you see some short, like, there's a reason he went to like Arizona State and Sac State and like all that. Like, he's like a little on the shorter side. He's kind of a small
little bowling ball.
Yeah, but like, he can be effective. I think this Giants team has components. I think they like each other. I think they're kind of fun. But they stink. Like, they're not. They stink.
The defense is really good. Their pass rush is really good. They've got players there, but offensively they are trash.
Their defense could wind up being great.
Yes.
It's just, I think they're going to be on the field a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going to, I don't know if it's like the Giants might lose the, time of possession battle for the next 15 weeks.
I agree. And then you start getting into the standpoint of like fatigue, injuries, defense guys start going out for multiple weeks. defense as a whole erodes, and now you're really trash vomit.
And you got a rookie quarterback that, like, you're going to put him out there, but this is a rookie. You don't expect him to understand.
We'll give him the Al Pacino speech.
Go back.
Wasn't calling for an impression.
Go back like you're playing in the hood.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what hood Jackson Dart ever played in, but hey, just go throw the ball. Like, seriously, hey, if I'm Brian Daboll, listen, I'm going to be fired anyways. Just go throw the ball to the open guy. Have fun. Move the ball down the field.
Tell him to run to the light pole.
Tell him to run to the light pole.
Actually, not a bad impression. Al Pacino, like, it's not said, like, Al Pacino's a horrible, like, over actor. Like, he overacts. Like, what was the movie? He won, I think he won an Oscar for it. Hoorah! Son of a Woman.
Oh, yeah.
It's the movie's very good.
Yeah.
And Al Pacino's incredible. When you go back and you watch it, you go like, all right, man. Like, what the hell is this? Like, what? But he got it because he's like playing a blind guy. That's what he got the Academy Award for. I was thinking, like, Al Pacino's such an overactor.
He's got a bad temper in every movie.
Every single one.
Like, he yells at people.
One.
You think it's like because of Scarface that he just like continued with overacting after that?
Oh, that's a good call. That's a
he
good
had to
call because
really
it might have started with
overact,
Scarface. Yeah,
right?
it might have started with Scarface.
Say hello to my little friend. And you're like, yo, easy, dude. No one talks like that. They just kill you. That's all they do. They just kill you.
Was Scarface before The Godfather?
No, it was after.
Because he was pretty calm in The Godfather.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was the picture.
Like,
that was the picture of that. That was Michael Corleone. Sonny was the hothead.
Yeah, but Michael would lose it. Remember, he lost it on his wife, and then
yeah, but those were few and far between. There's like 2 times in 3 movies.
Yeah.
You guys have great memories.
Pull me back. I love The Godfather. Like, that is no, like I actually love The Godfather.
You and LeBron James.
I've actually seen all 3 versions of The Godfather. I even saw the version where they took Godfather 2 and put all of the flashback episodes first, so the movies aired in chronological order. I saw that version. You got to see the regular one first. You have to see it the way it was intended first.
See 3?
Oh, we've got to film.
There's nothing wrong with 3. Other than Francis Ford Coppola's daughter. That's the only or is it Francis Ford? Yeah, it's Francis Ford Coppola's daughter.
And I saw 3, but I was too young to remember.
You know what? I take that back. You could skip 3. The plot in 3 is so weird. Like, the Vatican Church is involved. I don't actually know what the hell the plot in Godfather 3 is.
It
has something to do with like the church in the Vatican. You could skip 3.
Okay.
Just watch Godfather 1 and 2 the way they're intended, and then watch what's called the Godfather Saga, where they air the flashback scenes first, and it airs in chronological
like when they're
order.
In Italy, they play that
first. Yep.
That actually.
So like all of the Robert De Niro scenes basically are first.
They say that the main plot is Michael's redemption attempt. That's the main.
Right, ChatGPT. I know what the idea is.
The main plot is that.
But what is there's something involving the church that gets really confusing.
He tries to secure control of a major European real estate company through the Vatican Bank. And that would give his family legitimate international power, but it exposes him to Vatican corruption and dangerous rivals.
You know, Dusty Baker's on his way to the studio hearing this right now. Dusty, we're sorry.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Dusty's going to be here in 15 minutes.
Yo, I'm such a huge Dusty Baker fan.
That's my boy.
Living in DC, you know?
We've got to go. Steelo and Casey,
I've got to go.
Leader, ESPN 1320.
See you, Dusty.
All right, TK.